Welcome back to the Daily Crypto Market Update. BTC had a really strange pullback yesterday, down 1.23%. The price is still above the cloud. We still have the structure of having higher lows, which is good. We know that we saw BTC pushing above overhead on this resistance band line at 117,429 bucks. So what's going on? Why is it selling off right now? Well, to be honest, the stocks are right now, stock market is pumping a lot. So it seems like each time that the stock market starts to pump, we start to see a little bit of a pullback on crypto and BTC. And we already know from the multiple factor effect that if Bitcoin is having a pullback, you better believe that everything else is going to be pulling back way more. That's exactly what we're seeing happen today. Now, Ethereum also looks meh. But it's looked meh for quite a couple of days, if not a couple, like basically the entire last 30 days. Ever since this massive pullback on the 25th of August, it's just been really rough. Hasn't been a really easy chart for trading, but at least it's kind of sort of holding above the daily cloud. But volume is still, again, telling us that there's a lack of interest in Ethereum, just so you know. Now, as you guys know, this is my Saturday. I am putting out this video super duper late because I slept in because I realized how tired I was from this week, not just from trading, but just live streams, filming content, doing a lot of stuff. So sorry about the video coming out late, but man, I'm wiped out. So as you know, every single Saturday when I film these, I want to look at the CME prices for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, and Solana to see where we are. Now, I'm actually going to share something really positive. If Bitcoin continues to fall down a little bit, we will actually have a CME gap to the upside. For Ethereum, the CME gap is right now at 4,447. And see the price is just about there. We might not have a CME gap. That's okay. But we're actually in the best possible position. Solana here is at 236. So what I'm saying is that we could actually continue to fall over the weekend, and actually it's going to be okay, because if we fall over the weekend, it gives us a gap to fill on the upside. Not like that. Let me try to find a good example. Gosh, where are we? Oh, I don't even see any over here for salami. Basically like this, having a gap, but it's a real quick fill. So I'm actually optimistic about where we are. I'm not really worried at all necessarily about CME gaps being a bad thing. If anything, it'll be a good thing, especially if Bitcoin continues to tumble down just a little bit farther. Ethereum BTC is looking really weak. Stablecoin dominance saw an increase yesterday of 1.78%. I still think that the chart's strong bearish. We do have a confirmed TBO open short, which is that pink triangle right there. That's actually a really great bearish confirmation signal. Why are we green the next day? Because it's going to be a late confirmation signal, meaning that if it's late, then we already have confirmation that things are bearish. You get it? So even if we have an uptick, it's okay. I'm not really worried about it. Now on the 4-hour time frame, we don't have any other bullish reversal signals. We had 3 TBO close shorts this week, but all those have been filled. So those are bullish. We obviously don't want to see this go up higher. If we see a further pullback over the weekend, stablecoin dominance will go up. But again, the macro trend is still pointing down. So I'm focused on that. Now, one thing to pay attention to here, again, it's not a good thing, is Bitcoin dominance closed green yesterday. This is not surprising because when Bitcoin dumps, we usually see entities coming in to buy up some Bitcoin. So this is normal. This is good behavior. But you have to remember that if we see Bitcoin start to shoot up higher, and again, I do think that Bitcoin moving up to $124,000 and beyond will cause Bitcoin dominance to shoot up as well, because we're going to see everyone aping into Bitcoin. That will cause alts to suffer. Now, because we're having a short-term pullback, things are looking, well, short-term bearish for Ethereum. For Solana, a little bit, but this is massively bullish. So this is basically a buy the dip opportunity, in my opinion, for Solana, even for others. Yes, we printed a second TBT bearish divergence here on the daily time frame, but it's really not that terrible, in my opinion. I still think that things are looking really good. Now, before we go any further, I want to draw your attention to the links that are pinned below, the description, all that fun stuff, to go to thebettertraders.com. Check out our courses here, 15 Minutes of Financial Freedom. And we do have a new course on mastering assets. This is, again, for people that are just brand new to cryptocurrency trading and you want to learn more about automating your trading. So this is geared more towards the traditional crowd. So like if you've never ever traded crypto before and you really just want to use baby steps to get into automating your trading using bots, this is the course to check out on masteringassets.com. There's also our course, 15 Minutes to Financial Freedom. If you have been in crypto for a little bit of time and you understand concepts in crypto and you want coaching, you want free signals, you want access to the TBO, you want A/B trading tricks and tips, this is the course to check out because it also includes a 1-month trial to the Better Traders Club, which includes access to the TBO indicator. So I want to go ahead and bring us back over here to TradingView. I have some picks to share with you guys. I've also looked at some of your requests and we're going to be looking at those as well. But before we do, like the video, subscribe, help me to reach my target of 100,000 subs this year. It happens by you subscribing and you sharing my videos with others. So let's get into today's picks. We have quite a lot. Some of these are updates. Some of these are like need to know information. NEAR had a crazy pump yesterday, shooting up into really strong resistance, price-based resistance, honestly. It also pushed above the 0.382 fib level. Now, even though it closed on this new candle yesterday right above it, and it's falling below, it did print a second TBO breakout. The only caveat to this is printing a TBO breakout on a massive 12% candle isn't the ideal situation. It's not the ideal outcome. Grass on the 4-hour time frame, again, TBO breakouts, really interesting. NEXO, this one was printing or in process of printing some TBO breakouts. Just keep watching this guy. IMX has 3 TBO breakouts and a masked print up here, which is insane. It's very much overbought short term. Watch for a pullback. Crow, this one has a TBO close short on the 4-hour time frame. It's been reset or closed, so I'm expecting it to bounce from here as long as the market doesn't continue to drag lower. HNT on the 4-hour time frame, we do have a TBO close short from Thursday. Yesterday's candle, it finishes it or it closes it. So there we go. TAO, this one similar story. TBO close short, price goes up. People are excited, but this is actually where we want to buy on the pullback. Bonk, this one has a oh man, it had a TBO open long, which is great. Pullback, and now we're already looking at a close long. It's just a really whippy chart right now. XDC, again, just a reminder, we have a TBT bullish divergence cluster here on Wednesday. The price actually whipped back down to the 618 level, but it did not exceed the previous low, which is good. It's super oversold, but it is an extremely interesting chart. TST is this one that pumped like crazy back over here. It's still very risky, but I'm watching this one. I'm still holding and I'm still waiting. And I think that this one will continue to go higher just because I've seen these happen way too often. It's insane. Pump Fund continues to dump and to mock me because I had a literal perfect short entry and I closed it too early. Blah. Arbitrum has a second recent TBO close long, the blue diamond right there. So we're expecting the price to eventually go up to tag the fast line, but this is not good. It's bearish. Atom, similar story. This is a second recent TBO close long, not good. Now, some need to know updates with charts and price action. BNB, because it was previously bullish, these are the kinds of charts right here that you want to pay attention to on pullbacks, because if they were previously bullish, these ones will be quicker to snap back compared to everything else and trying to buy the dip. Doge has fallen back down here to the 618 yet again. Just keep an eye on that. DOT had an insane pump up here to 488. Again, I had a beautiful short setup, got stopped out. It would have been in such good profit right now. Absolutely disgusting. Pepe is continuing to struggle with overhead resistance. It's been in play for a long time. AVAX, again, rubbing it in my face. But this one does have a TBO breakout before the push, which is a good sign. The market right now is really shaky. So I don't know going into the weekend if this one's necessarily going to pump, but it's worth watching because it was previously strong and volume still looks incredible for AVAX. Link, this one continues to struggle on overhead, or this white line of resistance that's been in place for a long time. Pengu, this one continues to struggle with overhead resistance. Again, I had a great short set on this one too. It went above the 786 and my resistance level by 5%, and now it's down. So frustrating, but that's okay. That's how it works sometimes. Say over here, getting rejected again at overhead resistance. SPX had a huge hit, 13% yesterday, which is really, really bad. Like that's a nasty rejection. And WIF, again, struggling with overhead resistance. Now, can things get any better? Yeah, I do think things are going to get better. But right now, BTC getting red into the weekend and weekends being very low liquidity, high volatility, periods, you have to understand that things can get really crazy and really messy over the weekend. Now, these are some picks that you guys have asked for ENA, asking if this one still has some life in it. Well, kind of, sort of. Volume is still not looking that great. It's inside the cloud, so it's in bearish consolidation. So this is not a good sign. Can it come back to life? Yeah, it can. At least it has a macro bullish trend here, but it's not that great. Drift, this one had a huge pump earlier this week on Wednesday, up 43%, wicking into the 786, and now it's having a pullback. Because it's done this so many times, I mean, I literally cannot count how many times it's done this, a big pump, and it goes back down, big pump, and it goes back down, big pump, and it goes back down. So if you're looking for a re-entry, looking at the fast line or looking at the 618 level right here would be good. Injective, this one is just dancing and chopping back and forth a whole lot. But as long as the macro trend remains bullish, this is actually a really good, strong chart. H-bar, this one gets often requested. I'm happy to look at it. This one has an open long, which is good. The price was above the cloud. The slow line is kind of sort of moving up, but it's still not strong bullish because the price is back inside of the cloud. But it is a good chart in terms of like DCA style trading, in my opinion. NPC, not what you think it stands for, non-playable coin. Again, you guys are asking for some real brutal charts right now. I get why, but this is the thing to look at right here. TBT bearish divergences in a cluster, this yellow tag right here, this flag, lets us know, watch out. And what happens after that? The price goes up a little bit more, and since then, it's fallen down 36%. Then we have 3 TBO close longs letting us know, get out, get out, get out. And now here we are. So the positive things about the chart that I will say is that it did respect historical TBO resistance, which is now acting as support, this line right here. If we go to the weekly time frame, it's not strong. It's chopping quite a bit, but at least we're seeing a pattern of making higher lows and higher highs. So if this is the higher low, then we should be expecting a higher high. That's one positive thing there. And TAI, which is TARS AI, again, you guys know how to pick the real winners. I don't know. It's not really looking that exciting to me, other than TBT bullish divergence here last Wednesday on the 10th. Another one back over here. The price is clearly struggling though. Volume has fallen off a lot with this chart. So it tells us that there's not as much interest. But when on balance volume is above this white line, the moving average, and the white line is moving up, that is actually a hidden bullish sign of positivity, at least we could say for the chart. Now, am I looking to buy here? No, because things are bearish. I would much rather buy into the fear just above TBO support, maybe like right around here or so. And then again, I would be taking profit pretty early just to secure some, but it's also making some crazy good moves. Like 40% is really nice. 30% is really good. 38%. So you guys know how to pick some good charts for trading, but just be careful because even if you're going to be trading right now, stuff we talk about in the courses, like you don't want to take profits too early. You want to reserve, or rather you want to protect your portfolio and take partial profits on the way up. But at the same time, you want to make sure that you would leave a little bit in the position itself. So before you go, if you missed this last weekend's video, I want you to watch this video. It's going to pop up right here and have your notifications on because the video that I'm going to be sharing with you tomorrow is awesome. I'm really excited about it. So have your notifications on, watch out for tomorrow's video. And until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.